Yes indeed. Yes. Hey. Yes indeed.
Hello. Today you're happy, man.
Yeah. I'm super happy.
What's good, man?
Welcome here to another podcast, another show. This is +9, if I'm not wrong. Our 9th show.
Yeah.
Makofi.
Going strong.
Situgoje 10 ndio tupige makofi.
9 is a big number. 9 is a really big number. Bold salt record is 9 seconds.
Hey, you're coming through with the stats, Mushiri.
Anyway, how have you guys been?
I've been good, been super good. Yeah.
First time recording on a Monday. Tushai?
It's been a while. We have. I think the first podcast we ever did was on a Monday.
Ilikuwa na Monday?
Yeah, ilikuwa on a Monday. So it's been a while. Let's just say it's been a while. Like after the first one, we kind of changed the routine kidogo. We switched it up. We started doing it on a Tuesday. So back to Mondays we are. And let's get the show started, yeah?
Yeah, so hope itafikia wase mapema.
Yeah, hope itafikia wase mapema. Anyway, before we dive right into it, introductions kidogo. I'm Ace, the trouble man himself. Joined here by?
Dan, the less troublesome. I need to work on my intros, like in
yeah. Yeah, I was to work on my intro. So mi nitasema Mushiri aka no cap.
No, ilikuwa no cap aka Mushiri. That's how it's supposed to be. Lakini ulikuwa umesema the aka, tena the name ndio aka yako.
No, so leo record iko straight.
God damn. I need to work on my intro, man. I'm pulling
facts.
Fatauri.
Facts. So anyway, let's dive right into it.
Let's go.
A lot happened this weekend. I'm actually super happy.
Hey.
Na mood
It's been a while, man.
Did some crazy stuff. Watched a crazy race. Ferrari didn't let me down. I got some hinters for my week. Expecting some good news at the end of the week. And
yeah,
God is good.
Huh?
And
Ferrari is better.
Oh, hey, God, wherever you are, I'm not part of that conversation. Anyway, let's get into it. Tuanze na nini? Driver of the day.
Yeah,
that's what the meat is.
Let's get into it, bana.
Who is your driver of the day?
My driver of the day,
Mr. No Cap.
So, nitaanza na nani? Anaitangwa aje? Albon. Although, okay, me I have two drivers of the day.
Okay, Mr. No Cap. You always have two, bana.
Yeah, I always have two. They are tied. So kuna Albon. Albon, he did but he has been doing it for a while. That starting with the hards, going as far as in Azaenda. Yep. But in this particular race, the car at least ilikuwa na some straight line speed, top speed. So overtaking Albon was hard, and he said that's one of his most enjoyable race this season.
Give the viewers and the listeners some context. The car has more straight line speed this year. What car are we talking about?
Alex Albon drives a Williams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, pair viewers and the listeners some context.
Okay. Okay.
Your second driver of the day?
My second driver of the day. Wacha tu nipe Max.
Aye.
Wait, why?
Reason being, you see, Red Bull had it was not their best race. It was not the best circuit, and the pace. Not even Checo didn't have pace. Max haku peana the gap. So it looks for us. It might look like they have deteriorated at least a bit, but in real sense, they had a bad weekend.
Yeah.
They had a bad week because their normal weekend is actually that gap of 20 seconds. So Max holding out there and leading every lap in those circumstances. That's why I'm giving it to him.
Okay. The bias is there.
No.
It's okay.
I agree.
You agree?
Yeah. I don't think Red Bull had the best of weekends. Leave even Checo out of the equation. Yeah. But the RB19 didn't show its strengths at the Canadian GP. Yeah.
Bro, what do you guys want from a race?
Yeah?
You guys want
No.
to finish 30 plus second gap?
We
What
want
do
the
you guys
usual
want?
25 seconds.
Because what are you guys saying?
It was not a good weekend.
No, come
Yeah,
on.
as in, hey, bro,
Hey, you
25
guys-
to 9.5.
You're moving.
That's
you're
more
moving
than
different.
half.
Nah, you guys are moving different. Aye, venye nawaangalia, you guys are moving different. For you guys to have a good weekend, na mmesha change standards. Mmeacha kuwa the Mercedes fans of 2014 to 2017. Sikia.
Let's go to Austria.
Those guys,
Yeah, Austria it will be Aluta continua.
ngoja mnataka kukua hiyo level yenye mnasema it was a bad weekend na sasa bado mmetoka na win but it was a bad weekend because you didn't have our religious 25 plus second gap.
Yes.
And I want to finish mahali.
Yes.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
My driver of the day, of course, I can't disagree with what Mushiri said and a majority of people who watched the race. It's Alex Albon, man. And it wasn't just on the race on Sunday, but also remember in Q2, he was bold enough, / Williams was bold enough to go out on slicks.
Yes.
When the track was still damp. And even at the end of Q2, he was still the fastest guy.
He set the fastest time in Quali.
Yeah, bold move. We've seen other people try that move, Akina George, when it's raining. I remember, I think it was last year, the Canadian GP. There was a time George was like, I think it's time for slicks.
I remember. And he tried to be the hero.
Mr. Obelimi went sliding off, I think, turn 2.
Again, context the viewers and listeners. When you're on slicks, ni kama kuingia a tiled bafu tiled na slippers hazina treads vizuri.
Sliding all over the place.
Exactly. So that's what Mr.
Obelimi. Yeah, so
that's lit.
Yeah, so during the race, he was fighting off not just the usual folks, but he was fighting George, man. Yeah, George was stuck behind Albon for a cool, I think, number of laps before George DNF'd, before he retired. Also, Ocon was stuck behind Alex. Lando was also stuck behind Alex.
Yeah.
Also, Piastri somewhere there, and I think also Hülkenberg was somewhere in the mix. Yeah, and knowing that circuit, I think we only have one proper straight, and the rest it's brake, as in heavy braking, a short straight next corner.
One of the most popular slow speed street.
Yeah.
No, it's not a street circuit. One of them.
It's okay. You could argue it is a street circuit.
I've had people say it's a hybrid.
Yes, it's a hybrid.
Yeah. So nilikuwa nijieke kwa mtego hapo, sijui ni fall under what tree, but nimeacha mni.
You're still on a Ferrari high. We'll excuse you for that. Yeah. So
slow speed.
Yeah. So all Albon had to do was defend.
Yeah.
Make the car wide enough at the corners, and on the straights, be slippery enough, man, and just leave the other guys, even with DRS. As in, it was crazy.
Yeah.
Ocon behind with DRS, he couldn't make a pass.
But Ocon, the Alpine is not yet straight on a straight line.
Wait, what are we talking about? The Alpine has always been quickest.
I'm trying to. I'm also trying to digest that information.
Yeah, it has always been Haas, then Alpine somewhere there, and then Red Bull. Red Bull has never been the quickest.
Not since they started these upgrades.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, but in this,
they have been improving. You see, like McLaren has been improving on the corners, not on the straight.
Are you sure about McLaren?
Yes.
No, it's actually
about
the corners,
the
because
2023.
You also saw
McLaren.
I'm talking about this year.
You also saw what happened in quali with the McLarens. They had a really good showing, a strong showing, with Lando especially. And you saw even in the race positions during the race, you could tell the car is performing better than other cars on the grid.
Yeah, it looked good.
So
cooler temperatures, that was expected.
That had to be the aero, because on the corners it was slicker. It looked quicker than its competition. And by its competition, I'm talking about Akina Haas, Alpha Tauri right now.
Hey, McLaren.
Wait, you see, in quali, were it not for... Was there there's some people whose lap time were not counted, like in Alonso. There was also
Got
Lando.
deleted?
Huh? Not deleted.
What happened?
There was an incident
Oh, yeah, I remember Piastri had an incident.
Yeah, there was an incident.
Yeah.
So some people who were on a flying lap didn't finish. Lando and
Is it the Carlos Sainz incident? Where Carlos Sainz Wall of Champions?
No, that was Carlos didn't touch the wall of champions.
He didn't touch. I'm just saying alikuwa na kama moment kake.
He just
was
went
in practice 3.
spinning around.
What he
It was
broke
in
he broke his
practice
front he broke his front nose actually.
Yeah,
That
and,
was
and,
in
and,
front
and also the rear wing.
Yeah.
It was practice
Yeah,
3.
that was FP3.
Kudos to the Ferrari guys for fixing that
too
car
late.
just in time.
Hey,
Just
hey,
in
hey,
time.
hey. Sorry, too early.
Just time. Just in time for quali.
It's too early to start talking about Ferrari.
Yeah?
I know you can't wait.
I'm just
Who is your driver of the day?
Yeah, who's your driver of the
my
day?
driver of the day.
Yeah.
Sasa
Dare you say
because-
anyone apart from
because
from,
nyi wawili
from
mshasema Alex.
Yeah.
I am not going with Albono.
Yeah.
I will not go with him.
Who?
I will go with Carlos Sainz.
Really? Why?
I'll go with Carlos Sainz because Carlos Sainz during free practice and quali, he was not having the best of days.
True.
He was not having the best of days. And I was like, oh my God. And on the radio, he said he feels good in the car. He feels comfortable. He feels the car is quick enough. And I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a thing happening at Ferrari whereby if Carlos says the car is better, we will get decent results. And we will have our high hopes mahali going into the race and tutapata decent results. If Carlos says, if Charles says the car is better, it's a different situation. It's a situation whereby either one of the Ferraris will drop out, will have a problem, and the other one will have an extremely good showing.
Hey, that's
wait,
that's an interesting observation.
I have a question. Why didn't they let Sainz attack Nani? Charles.
First of all,
Everybody could see.
Listen, we were in a position because I think at the time Russell had already DNF'd from the race. At the time that was happening,
It was in both
not
stints. Both stints, he was told Carlos will not attack you.
I won't lie. I didn't see the first one. I saw the second one. The one nani alikuwa sha DNF. George.
Yeah.
Mr. O.
Mr. Oh, blimey.
Yeah. So the one I saw is the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understood the team's position because they were trying. Because at the time, Alonso had also overtaken Lewis Hamilton. He was in second. So there was only one Mercedes up front.
Yeah.
And they had Charles and Carlos in between. For them, the competition right now for Ferrari is Aston Martin and Mercedes.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you're not throwing Alpine somewhere there.
Nah, come on. Anyway, so with the competitions, listen, with the competitions only having one car to haul points because there's number 2 drivers on both teams. Hawakuwa kwa points. Ferrari walikuwa in prime position to cut the gap to the top. Ama to the number 2.
So bring the car home.
Yeah, bring the car home, get the points. And plus, I mean, Carlos is ahead of Charles in the standings.
God damn. God damn.
Yeah, he is ahead. So a 2-point deficit isn't really much to,
So are you now pro? Is Carlos now your main man?
Okay, yeah. Who is number 1 driver in Ferrari?
There has never been a number 1 driver.
See,
Stop
we-
the
we-
cap.
like-
Stop
for
the
a while.
cap.
No,
Like
come on.
in
We have to
in
be
Canada,
honest.
In Canada, it was clear who
In
was the number 1
2023,
driver.
there was no number 1 driver.
So,
There was no number 1 driver. Both drivers were told to go for it. The one with the better showing will be backed.
but hey, people have been saying Mr. Fred Vasseur. You have to add je ne sais quoi. Mr. Fred Vasseur has some good history with Charles.
Why?
And
Because of Alfa Romeo days.
Yeah, and there are rumors that hey, Mr. Fred will prefer that Charles becomes the number 1 driver at Ferrari. So do you think that that's still rumors, or are Ferrari now approaching this different? Whoever brings the more points.
I don't think Ferrari
Comes top dog.
are in a position to be thinking about number 1 and number 2 drivers. To be
Really?
honest,
Why not?
they need to be fixing that goddamn car.
Okay.
But they okay, yeah. But why they could have let Carlos attack? The only problem, just tell them to have a clean race and bring the cars home. But you are free to race.
The De Vries situation. I don't know if you guys saw the De Vries situation. He is in the K-Mag.
God damn. That was,
Vichongumu wote.
Yeah. No one wants to
yield.
No one wants to. I will not yield.
But
No one wants
but
to yield.
who do you think in that instance was on the wrong?
In that
I
instant.
Yeah.
think I go first.
Me, I would say it's karma. Everybody got what
Nah,
he
nah, nah,
deserved.
nah, nah.
Nah, well,
No, nobody was punished more than he deserved. Everybody, in that whatever the sequence, even without the stewards or anything,
yeah.
everybody got his penalty. Even is it who entered the track first? K-Mag.
No, wait, we're talking about, I think it was after
whole situation.
after T2. Remember, both of them, they just went straight to the runoff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about who came back to the track first. K-Mag.
K-Mag, yeah.
Yes, even like K-Mag coming back on track earlier than De Vries, that's what I'm saying. Everybody got what he deserved.
But they both didn't compromise anyone's race. Because I think they were P18 and P19.
Yes.
Fighting as if... Hey, no.
And me,
Humility. Let me exercise some humility.
to give a little fault to I would give it to De Vries, but he served it by coming second, joining the track as the second person.
No, regardless, you've ruined K-Mag's.
But K-Mag was given a leeway to go ahead, like so many seconds before he rejoined the track.
How do you know K-Mag at P18 wasn't attacking the person at P17?
But he just said
It's really funny
they were not fighting anybody.
Yeah. Hey, I'm practicing humility. As much as they were P18 and P19, remember, these guys, they're still drivers.
Oh my God.
They're still racing, even if they're P18 and P19. Yeah.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think De Vries, I think he was a little bit clumsy there.
Yeah, I agree.
Not clumsy, notorious, and aggressive. Sorry for cutting you
Even
off.
K-Mag.
No. K-Mag actually did the right thing.
In the situation, the
he
reason
didn't
why
move right.
both of them actually went into that, it was either going straight into that runoff,
Yep.
you guys touching.
Yeah.
And we know none of them wants to cause damage to the car because teams at the bottom are struggling for cash and these cars are very
God damn,
expensive.
what do you mean cash? P18, P19. Hey, wait, I'm practicing humility.
But anyway, the whole incident was a De Vries aggressiveness situation.
Into that, is it?
That was
turn 1,
clumsy.
2, turn 2, turn 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that was clumsy.
Yes, even K-Mag locked up, but we don't know if K-Mag would have made the corner.
He
That's
didn't
what we
lock
don't
up per se. I mean, he couldn't turn into...
Who had the racing line?
know. Yeah. Okay, I'm saying...
P18, P19, Ushaleta racing line.
Yeah, it's still racing. K-Mag got the racing line.
Ramen,
There's no way, to be honest, there's no way De Vries would have made that corner coming at the speed. He probably, if K-Mag would have turned even just kidogo to angle to the right, De Vries would have T-boned K-Mag.
Yes.
And that would have been a retirement for both of them.
Yes.
So K-Mag just was...
Expenses
K-Mag was
to their respective teams.
Yeah, so K-Mag probably was expecting De Vries to break because that corner, there's no way you can approach that corner.
Okay, who was
on the
attacking each
inside.
other between the
De Vries was attacking K-Mag.
And we are going back. You see, the whatever happened, I'm saying everybody got what he deserved because he don't say K-Mag was fighting.
Hey, practice humility.
Don't say K-Mag because he was being attacked. So overall, what just happened is that De Vries was given a certain time penalty without the stewards coming into it.
All right, cool.
That's how I see it.
It's okay. It's all cool. It's all cool. Team of the day.
Tin. Should I go first?
I suspect we
Let
probably
him go
also have a
first.
consensus here.
Should I go first?
Go fast.
Drum rolls.
It's been a while since I've said this. na feel hadi my palms are sweaty. Knees weak. Yeah. Man. Ferrari.
It had to be.
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Team of the day.
Yeah.
Me, I'll give them a half a tick.
Wait.
Hey, Mushiri, bana.
I'll come back to that.
No.
Give them flowers, bana. Don't give them kills.
Yeah,
bana.
bana.
Give them flowers. Ferrari were on top of it.
Yeah, strategy wise.
Yeah, strategy wise. And you see the question, actually the question that you asked.
Ngoja, let that marinate.
Okay, cool.
Rudia.
Strategy wise, they were on point.
Pause. Continue.
Oh yes, you'll cut that part out.
Continue. They are you. Continue.
Come on, Mushiri. You can't give Ferrari half a mark.
I'll
This is the weekend where I honestly think the stars aligned for Ferrari. Yeah, they didn't have a good quali, but in the race,
The strategy
yes.
worked for them.
The drivers were actually the drivers are confident in the car. I don't know if you saw the post race interview.
Yeah.
Both Charles and Carlos were like, yeah, the car felt
The what
good.
worked for them? See it in
Yeah.
Mesahau. Rudia, just one more time.
You're going to cut this.
It
this
will
this
be
bit
put
out.
in the editing.
The what?
Your jina itakuwa kwa editing.
And this is not even a win, and we can't even.
Nah, you guys can't tell me nothing.
Now if Ferrari won.
La. Kanye West plays. Yeah. You guys can't tell me anything.
So this was one race weekend where they got the strategy right.
Facts.
The car was set up properly, and the
Facts.
drivers also confident in the car.
Facts.
Yeah. And the question that you asked, why didn't Ferrari give Carlos the go ahead to attack Charles, or maybe tell Charles, hey, can you guys swap? It's because they wanted to pull off a good stint on the mediums, then go into hards all the way to the end. So essentially, they just wanted to do a one-stop.
Yeah.
And if you want to do a one-stop, you have to ensure that your mediums will actually last for a while. So if they if they did either allow them to switch or to fight against each other, then they would have probably compromised their medium stint. And who knows? I don't think Ferrari would have finished that high if they did a two-stop. So so that was commendable to Ferrari. Good work.
Facts.
Me,
Facts.
okay. The reason why I'm giving them a half a mark, it's because there's a when you come to judge these teams, there's a standard we should set.
God.
So when we are judging Ferrari, Mercedes, now Aston Martin is there and Ferrari, there's a standard you set. So they might have performed well, but that is like saying I've never been to jail and feel proud about it, you know, because that is not your normal performance or standard.
Okay. I see where you're coming
Hey,
from.
Mr. No Cap.
I see where you're coming from. Okay. I leave that. No, I want to hear your team of the day. I won't leave it.
My
to
team
you.
of the day.
Yeah.
My team of the day, I'll put it to Williams.
What?
Yes, because you know, you remember the photos, the underbody photos of of their floor in Monaco.
Practice some humility, man.
They looked like.
Umesema wale ni wale wa.
But
Wale kuchungulia.
okay, you remember if you remember the conversation surrounding that and seeing what they did in Canada, you have to give kudos to them. Yeah?
You good? Yeah, I'm good. Bro, Williams really deserved those points, man. They really deserved and they really needed those points.
Yeah.
Albon brought in, was it 6 points?
I don't remember.
Finishing P7, I think you bring in 6 points.
Yeah.
And now Williams has 7 points. And you know practice some humility, man. And you know at the end of the day, those points, they count to money. And Williams really need the cash. Hey, bro. I actually see where Williams comes in as the team of the day.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Professionalism.
Yeah, and you could actually see the how proud the team was.
Yeah, they were very happy
to see Albon.
It's money.
Even if Logan had a DNF, but they're really proud of the points that they were able to
But Logan didn't have the updates. It's only Nani Albon.
Regardless, but hey, I'm practicing humility. Regardless, well, Logan probably would have been in the K-Mag and De Vries fight. But hey.
This guy is throwing shots.
Yani Ferrari.
No. Viewers, this guy is throwing shots. Yani anajaribu kusema if Albon didn't get the updates, he will be in that scruffle for P18 and P19.
No.
This guy is throwing shots.
Bro, I'm practicing humility. Man.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I mean, coming from that point, coming from that standpoint, I give you said half. No, it's supposed to be a quarter. A quarter tick to Williams.
No, it should be. That's a full tick to Williams, a half a tick to Ferrari.
Hey, bro.
Hey,
Thank God you're not a teacher or something.
ni sawa. Mr. Oblime.
Oh, sugar. Team of the day?
Team of the day. You.
Tifosi, Ferrari, man. Scuderia Ferrari, my G.
Bruh. That's what I want to hear.
Ferrari, man.
Bro.
Ferrari, man.
Ebu just explain to him how big a win for Ferrari that was.
He's beyond any explanation.
Oh, he's beyond your point of redemption.
Yeah.
You're so high up
but
Red Bulls.
I can still speak on Ferrari. I give them half a mark. There's two sides to the story. The other one is as Ramen said about the strategy. They got the maximum points possible.
Yep.
Those were the points on the table, and I'm sure when they left there, they knew they got everything they could have gotten from that race.
Yep. Considering they didn't have a good quali, and Carlos got a penalty.
Yeah.
They
started P11 and P11.
Yeah.
And I think it's strategy that got them there.
Yeah.
That one stop really paid off.
Speaking of quali, there was one team, or rather one guy, who had a spectacular quali for his team, and he had his parade rained on by the FIA. For the viewers and the listeners, it was none other than the Hulk himself. Nico Hulkenberg. So Nico Hulkenberg had a really good showing at quali.
Yes, he did.
He was it P2?
Yes.
He was on the front row.
Yes.
With Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
And guys were expecting him to cause some chaos hapo mbele.
Yeah. Hey, I'm practicing humility.
Kuna watu kuna cult team fulani ilikuwa pin their hopes on K-Mag ruining somebody's race.
We know, address them there.
Yeah. But immediately after that, word started going around that the stewards are looking into an incident that had involved K-Mag. And he was given a grid penalty, a 3-place grid penalty.
Yeah.
That was harsh. Yeah. But hey, for us, they were taking it all day, any day. Yeah. They were taking it all day.
P5, it's still commendable, but P2 will have been better.
Did you know what Hulkenberg explained as a reason?
Yeah, I remember. Sorry, I remember he was on the radio and he was like, "Hey, am I going too slow? Am I going too fast? What is this thing that's beeping in my ear?"
Yeah.
And his race engineer was like, "Hey, you're going too fast." And Hulkenberg, I think at that point he was already going faster.
Yeah.
And hey, man,
not interpreting that beep.
Yeah. So the FIA penalized him for.
I mean, the rules are still the rules.
Facts.
The rules are still rules, and the FIA didn't have that to deal with. They also had something else to deal with come race day, with the Lando incident.
God damn.
So for the viewers, for the guys who didn't watch the Canadian GP, just go find it somewhere and tune into lap 70. Tune into lap 70. After Max has won the race, after Max has wrapped up his race, the guys fighting for the points from P7.
Yep.
P7. I'm talking about who was there at the time? Albon.
Ocon.
Yeah, Albon, Ocon. That's the Alpha. There was Lando Norris and Kevin Magnussen. No, not Kevin Magnussen.
Bottas. Bottas and Lance somewhere behind.
Yeah, Bottas. And Lando decided, listen.
Send it.
Let me try and get maximum points. Let me try and get the best haul of points. And much to his surprise, he went, messed up. Dangerous driving, some could argue. And he ended up serving a penalty of 5 seconds. He was given a 5-second penalty.
On top of the one for dangerous?
Yeah.
Okay. There was
no.
He was penalized by the FIA.
He was penalized for FIA for the...
No, there was the one mid-race.
For the sportsman-like behavior.
Yeah.
For slowing way too much, going to the pit lane.
Pit lane, yeah.
But for the last... how can I call it? The last push. I don't think he got any...
Nah, he was given a penalty.
God damn.
He was given a penalty, but he didn't even touch anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
He
about.
didn't- he didn't gain
And guys
any
are
time.
Yeah, I know. And the guys are talking about the FIA being too harsh on Lando, and for the FIA giving him a penalty for that, it's like, taking a sweet from a baby who's crying.
You know that meme of FIA trying to decide who to give a penalty.
Hey. You're going to edit this out. They look at your passport.
Yes.
Yeah. But Lando.
They're talking
Lando's
about the Peter
passport
Griffin
is
meme.
strong.
Unajua ile passport. The Peter Griffin meme.
Lando's passport. And
No, bro. You want us to be cancelled?
Yeah. Hey,
tufike
Mr. No
mahali
Cap,
fulani?
tone it down, man.
You want us to be cancelled?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, and a lot was happening, and we also got to see a really strong podium at the end of the day.
Ooh, speak on it, man.
So statistically, it was the most impressive podium. We had a 7-time world champion. We had two world time champions, and for the constructors, we had 8-time winners Mercedes AMG Petronas. We had Red Bull, who are 8-time winners too.
For constructors,
Yeah,
I
6.
I'm hoping Mr. Start might give us something, but
8.
that
I
was
think it's 8.
the 100th
Yeah.
GP win for Red Bull,
Facts.
and the 200th win for none other than Mr. Adrian Newey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And he
welcome to
was there
welcome to the
on the
exclusive
podium.
club of 100 wins. Si tulifanya hiyo kitu 1962.
By the this
Really?
this,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is Ferrari. No,
What?
1962 is an exaggeration. Come on.
Ferrari actually have is it 824 GP wins? I think so.
Yeah, bro. Ndio mnafika 100. Welcome. Just karibu.
Really? Okay, I have to go and
Yeah,
check.
you're
So
going to
anyway,
edit
the club
that bit out, right?
the club is a 5-team club. That's half the grid.
Yeah.
Quiz. Niwape quiz.
Yeah, I'm well prepared.
Uko sure? Okay, so what are the 5 teams to have 100 plus wins?
Of course, Ferrari.
Yeah.
No, 100 plus is 4. It's 4 teams. Because Red
No, it's
Bull
5.
just when you say 100 plus, it
Oh,
means
100. Hey, come on, man. Yeah.
Semantics,
100.
man. Okay. 100. Okay, of course, Ferrari, Red Bull. We just got our 100th win.
Naweka hapo number 2 ni kama on ndio number 2.
Okay, you want me to list it in?
Nah,
Okay,
come
Ferrari, of course, at the top.
Yeah.
I think it's 824. It's bonkers.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we have McLaren.
Yeah.
Then Williams.
Yeah.
Then we have our boys and girls from Brackley, Mercedes.
Yeah.
And then we have Red Bull.
You said Red Bull.
Yes,
Number
that's
2.
5. No, as in I was giving it to in an order.
In a
Ferrari,
correspective manner.
McLaren, Williams. I'm not sure about McLaren and Williams, but yeah. So Ferrari, McLaren, Williams, Mercedes, and Red Bull.
Renault also have some. Renault have some.
Renault.
No,
Renault have 100 wins.
no, nah, bruh. Nah.
Now we'll look into it though.
Nah.
Okay.
I'll look into it.
Tutacheck baadaye.
Hey, comment down there.
Yeah. I think Renault are there.
Really?
Or Renault is currently Alpine.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wins. No, I don't think Renault are there.
Yeah,
but they could be. They could be.
Nah, I
I have a strong feeling they could be. Yeah. To
Okay.
be reviewed.
And melon. Let's go to the melon of the day.
Start it off.
But
Melon of the day.
Who is Lotus today? I think it's Red Bull.
Take it away.
Melon of the day has to be none other than Mr. Blimey,
Oh, Mr. Oh, blimey.
Oh, sugar.
Princess George.
The guy who sweats and thinks it's rain.
Goddamn, bro. That's
Yeah.
too harsh, man. Why?
The incident he was running P what? Like that incident is
P7.
Huh?
P7. P6.
He was behind
He
Hamilton.
was somewhere up there, yeah.
Nah.
He was
What
before
incident?
P5. He was somewhere
What
up there.
incident?
He's the one who it is a self-inflicted incident.
Yeah.
Took too much carb.
Yes.
Got launched into the wall.
The cab also Max took.
That I'm judging him from that incident. Like he was running P.
At the time he was
It was
P5.
Max. Huh?
The time
It
I
was
think it was
Max.
P5. Yeah, he was P5.
Yeah, he was before.
Before.
Wait, P4. No. It was Max, Lewis, Alonso,
Then George. George was
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
him.
he was George.
Right, he was P4 and he retired after that.
Not immediately,
Okay, not immediately, but
but yeah.
thing is, he was running P4 and he didn't come even with a single point.
Yeah.
And
he
no
had
one to
damage
blame.
to his car.
He damaged the car.
Yeah, he had done some damage to his car. He's not the only driver who drove with damage on his car, though. The winner, the guy people say should have gotten a Grand Slam at the Canadian GP, Mr. Max Verstappen. Did you see what he was
Is
driving?
he a
in his
melon
break?
of the day?
No. I'm just saying that he's not the only driver who.
Don't try me, man.
I now have something to say for Melon of the Day. I'm just saying, like the other driver who didn't have who drove with damage to his car, Max Verstappen, hit a bird. The bird went into the brake duct of the car, and he drove the remainder of his race with the bird in the brake duct.
Yeah, it was on the third stint.
So.
Yeah. He was so close to having some
Straight to you.
Melon of the day.
Melon of the Day.
I'm going to give it to Mr. Logan Sargent. Or Mr.
I don't
Sargent
even know
Logan.
what he did.
Yeah, as in he's a rookie, but come on, bro.
What did he do? Me, I have no idea what he did.
How many DNFs does Logan have? Have you ever? Well, he's a rookie, but hey, at least we are seeing some action from De Vries. Obviously, we are seeing some action from Piastri. Come on.
Yeah, he had good
to tell you
showings
the
in
truth,
Canada.
Yeah.
I don't even I don't even know what happens to that guy. Like if you ask me how was his race, I don't even remember anything.
Yep.
For real. I remember De Vries, I remember Alonso, even Piastri.
Yeah. Logan, I think he was out by lap 6 or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So Logan is my melon of the day. Yeah, because again, he currently has this streak that's not really good. He's not showing any competitiveness, if I may put it that way. Because Albon on the other side, yes, he has more experience, but he's trying to get the best out of the car. But if you compare the rookies, all the rookies together, Piastri, De Vries, and Logan is far behind. I know guys are like, hey, De Vries, he's the melon, he's a rookie. I don't know, he's not doing anything spectacular, but hey, guys, Logan.
And do you know what they are saying why Logan is in the sport?
Why?
To make the sport popular in America.
Hey, Mr. No Cap. Hey, could be true.
I actually agree with him on that.
Could be true.
I actually agree with him on that. I mean, Americans do their own thing in sports.
They had was he called Alexander before? I think the previous American there. And
Alexander, there's this guy who's crashing it in IndyCar.
Yes.
Alex Palou.
Palou had a very terrible weekend, by the way, IndyCar. I'm thinking of a name, but I remember in IndyCar.
Is it Alexander Rossi? No.
That's a bike, I think.
Valentino Rossi.
So
there was an Alexander.
It's okay.
Who was
the situation in IndyCar, where former F1 driver, what's his name? Roman Grosjean.
Hey, you're watching IndyCar these days?
Walimshika mashati.
Hey, my G.
Walimshika mashati. What's the name of that guy? IndyCar is racing, bro. I'm a motorsports fan.
First time
when Ferrari are up.
Motorsports fan. Come on. I love racing. We love racing.
Yeah.
I watched Le Mans.
Yeah.
Those are 2 good weeks, I would say.
Yeah. 2 good proper weeks, man. Must be nice. Yeah, and also on Logan, I think he only had a 1-year contract. So yeah, I know Williams are P9 now in the constructors.
Yeah.
But if a better driver comes their way, probably maybe another rookie who might be better, I think they might ditch Logan. Hey, it's still too early, but
anyway,
we edit that part out.
we've had a good conversation on the Canadian GP. So safe to say we can move.
Have we had your melon of the day?
my melon of the day. Sorry about that. My melon of the day.
Watch out.
I'm trying to stay this side. My melon of the day is Max Verstappen. You know why? He didn't get his Grand Slam.
Because of the fastest lap.
Yeah. That's the only thing he missed.
But
I'm only saying Max. I'm only saying Max. Because you've taken the 2 melons of the day I had. I actually had Logan.
Yeah. Okay, you could agree.
Yeah. So let me say this. Remember last time you guys were talking about Max's dominance?
Yeah.
And I was talking about so far this season. So he could have actually superseded his performances from the previous race into Canada. And but I think the bird in the brake duct actually had something to do with him not getting his fastest lap.
Yeah, because
I could argue that.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure he had to get into some pace management.
Yeah.
Because Canada is heavy on the brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I for my melon of the day I'll have to go with George Russell. I mean, George, what were you doing,
I've
George?
forgiven you.
What were you doing, George? So that's it. And that brings me straight into the predictions for the upcoming race. The Austrian GP. Home for none other than
Red Bull.
I'm praying for you, Ferrari.
Praying.
Bro.
Yes.
What do you mean
Did
praying for
you
us?
heal from last year's Austrian GP? I'm still going through it.
They forget so fast.
What?
Hey, bro.
What happened?
You forgotten how Charles and Carlos
Din, 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 din.
Okay.
gave Max Verstappen a run for his money, bro.
Okay.
Carlos,
last
as in,
year,
we
up to that point.
We were saved by Carlos DNFing. Remember the no engine.
Yes, but
Otherwise, it was going to be a bloodbath.
last year up to that point, Ferrari had the fastest car.
Facts.
Yeah. So and it's not the case this season. So it's no cause for worry.
We aren't really slow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm praying for Ferrari because they you see in Canada,
Yeah.
the strategy really worked for them. Austria, if they can pull it off, I'll give it kudos to them. But there, things will be a bit different.
Things will be thick.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, you see, reason being, as we had talked before, in Canada, we have stopping and going. There are no high-speed corners. So
Yep.
with no high-speed corners, it means you don't chew your tires as much
Yep.
as Ferrari do. But that's why I think they were able to get lucky. And also maybe they had some improvement. Coming to Austria, we have those high-speed corners. So they might suffer there. But I'm not trying to break you, Anini.
Anyway, are you? Predictions for Austria.
Hey, Max. I'm rooting for Max, of course. Yeah. He has to do it. I'm not so sure about Checo. Because Checo last year, he didn't have a good showing at Austria. I think Mercedes will be in the fight and Ferrari. Yeah. Not so
Aston.
sure about Aston.
Aston. You guys are sleeping on Aston.
No, but you see Aston. Aston, what allegedly they sold with the update at the Canadian GP was straight line speed. So we still haven't seen if they've sorted that out. But in this weekend this race, he was able to chase down Hamilton. Yes, he had DRS, but at least he was able to keep up with Hamilton and make the pass and make it stick.
Yes.
So maybe they have sorted their straight line deficit. If they have, then I think it's the same sequence. Red Bull, Aston. I think Mercedes might have a handful with Ferrari.
Okay, let me say something about Aston Martin. they in quali, if you're in the chat, I was saying that Alonso was looking really good in the quali, and I think were it not for that incident, Ange qualify P2. But anyway, Aston Martin was. You see, if you divide Canada into two, there's part which is like straight, and then the other.
Yep.
You see the other part which there are corners, nini. The Alpha was the Aston Martin was very fast because after the overtake on Hamilton, he increased the gap.
Yep.
Then they are also working on their straight line speed, which I think was not able to be shown properly because I think Nani was nursing a problem. Alonso.
Yeah, he had a rear brake.
Yeah, he was nursing. I don't know what
Actually,
the issue was. It was they are saying
fuel system, and rear brake.
They're saying fuel, but maybe there's something else. So there was something he was nursing. So we heard on the radio, he said he wanted to win.
Yep.
So I do believe they have pace, and it wasn't shown in Canada.
Yeah.
So I would put Aston Martin actually, like the gap between Red Bull and Aston Martin is, I would say, is smaller than between Aston Martin and Mercedes.
Hey, my G.
That's where I actually put Aston Martin.
Hey, that's bold.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That's bold. And yeah, to some degree, you're convincing me because Alonso was really confident.
Yeah.
Before and even after the race. Because after the race, I think he was asked, still on the same lines, his issues and what he had to do. And I think he said he could have been able to actually gain time on Max.
Yeah.
And probably jump Max on track. Which, in hindsight, yeah, he was 9.5 seconds behind, and the Canadian track is not really suited to Red Bull's strength, but we really don't know the potential of this Aston Martin.
Yeah, and you remember it's Alonso saying it.
Speaking of Alonso,
Damn, that's terrifying, man.
Alonso on the radio, remember? Remember Alonso on the radio?
What did he say?
You've forgotten?
What did he say?
He was in a situation and he was like, I will deal with
Ooh,
it.
leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Okay, I saw it in the memes, but I don't remember it in the race.
So Alonso, so Hamilton was catching up to Alonso.
Yeah.
And I think they were either 1.9 or 1.4 seconds, somewhere there.
Okay.
So Alonso's race engineer radioed in and told him, hey, Alonso, Hamilton is behind and he's 1.4, either 1.4 or 1.9 seconds.
Oh.
And Alonso was just like, leave it to me. And my G.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Like radio silence, as in, I know what I need to do. Yeah. And
he pulled a gap.
Yeah.
No, he didn't pull a considerable gap, but he was able to manage the gap.
Yeah.
I think I remember that part, but I don't remember the radio.
Yeah, it's iconic. It's going to the Louvre. Hang it in the Louvre.
Yeah.
So, anyway, predictions.
I think we have Red Bull, for me, Red Bull, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Ferrari.
Okay, interesting. Well, for me, najua ni yangu mnangoja. Red Bull definitely, only one car. Alonso and Hamilton will be battling for second and third. Then that's where the Ferraris come in. I actually expect the rest of the year to go as the Canadian GP has gone.
Jesus Christ. You're writing off Checo as in, I'm at the one car. What if Max and Checo decide to share one car?
Checo is a mess. Checo is a situation I don't know how we'll talk about. I don't know.
If you had that race in Spain, we could be speaking differently. But in Canada...
Listen, Checo, sijui tutamtengenezea tu podcast yake tuongelele Checo.
My man is going through it. He's going to pull through, man.
But wish him all the best. And those are my predictions. So I think that's it.
Okay.
Catch you guys on the next one. Appreciate you a lot for listening. Those of you who are watching, thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe,
Do the thing.